Hey everyone, welcome back to The Hidden Brick, where today we're doing part 3 of the build of the LEGO Ideas Old Fishing Store. So if you missed any of the first 2 parts, this is how far we made it already. Check it out, there's links down below. This is really cool so far. I mean, we truly have the foundation completed. You can see this set is, or I guess the building, the way it's designed, is there's multiple levels in it. So this is the inside portion where you've got some tiled floor right here, tiled floor right here, a little bitty stairwell going up to this upper platform area. And then on the outside of the building, you have this wooden deck that also has the steps that lead you all the way up to this upper deck area. So now that we have kind of the foundation built, oops, knock that off. Gotta figure out where that goes back on. There we go. That's perfect right there. Now that we have the foundation built, let's go ahead and jump into start building some of the actual building parts. So this is exciting for me. I mean, foundation stuff, kind of gets boring, but I love the architectural details of a particular building. So we're starting with, we're continuing this build with bags number 3. I already have them all dumped out, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into this. So let's see, our first step for this part calls out for 4 of these wooden crates. They're not wooden, they're plastic obviously, but they're molded to look like a wooden crate. So we'll put all 4 of those right there. Next we have a plate with a brick and one more plate. There we go, there it is. So that brick is sandwiched in between those 2 plates, and we'll slide that in right behind those boxes or crates, whatever those are. Okay, so we are on page 90 of the instruction book. Let's see how many pages are in here. There's 274 pages of instructions. Step number 77. That's how far we've made it in this, in case you're wondering how far along we are. I believe there's 7 numbered bags, and we're in bag number 3 of 7. So that kind of also gives you an idea of exactly how far we've made it. We're making progress. It looks awesome so far, but obviously there's so much more to go. All right, so that plate completely covers up those crates there. So it kind of looks like we've built a countertop part. All right, so we're on to the next step. Each step has a little part call out. If you've watched any of the other videos from this series, you may notice this already, but what I like to do is pull each part for each step to make sure I don't miss anything. That's kind of why they put those little part inventories for each step. So I've got all of them for this step now. So we're going to start with these jumper tiles. This is kind of a orange color. I forget what the exact color that they call it. Maybe a light orange. It's kind of a brownish orange. Pumpkin orange. Let's go with pumpkin orange. It kind of looks like pumpkin pie. This is the pumpkin spice of Lego right here, this color. It really does look like pumpkin spiced Lego. I'm gonna go with that. You could trademark that if you want, pumpkin spice Lego, but that's definitely the color of that part. When I say that part, I mean these right here. Those are definitely pumpkin spiced color. All right, so we got all those jumper tiles with the tile on the end. Next up, we have a turntable plate with a... Where's the actual turntable piece? There it is. Of course, they would put it in different bags. I've dumped the bags out in their own piles. So however they came in the set, they're in their own piles. So the turntable plate is not with the actual turntable base, which is kind of counterintuitive if you ask me. All right, we have a lot of tiles. You can see I've pulled all these 1x tiles, and here's my turntable piece. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start filling in this exposed plate area up here, and it's gonna have this checkerboard pattern going across with the blues and the I think it's the nougat color. Definitely not pumpkin spiced color, but more of the creamy orange color. A cream orange. Pretty much just making up color names at this point. I know there's someone out there that is maybe a bricklink expert or a color guide expert that knows all of the colors. I'm just not one of those guys. I mean, I know this color palette that we're using for this whole set is more on the earth tone range, so that's about as far as I know about it. I don't really get into the exact colors. I think it fits in with all the other colors that are in here. It's a good, well complementary color palette. Let's just go with that. And from there, you're just gonna have to deal with me making up some names, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make some stuff up here. All right, so this is pretty cool. I enjoy seeing the thought put into this type of detail. I mean, there's a lot of parts going in here to make this little checkerboard pattern, similar to the way we did down here. But I really appreciate that attention to detail. I mean, it's so easy just to put, you know, some big tiles on there and call it a finished floor. But when we're putting these little bitty tiles on there and really making it a interesting pattern, that really speaks to me as someone that thought about the details. And this is probably why this set is going to be probably in my top 10 for best sets ever made. I mean, already I can tell. I mean, I just love the fact that it's weathered, meaning that it doesn't look brand new. And I talked about this in the first video that I made for this series. And so far, from what I can tell, especially the way they're kind of alternating these tiles and you see all these different colors, it has a weathered feel to it. And that's something I really want to incorporate more and more into my own builds that I do, is I want to make them look a lot more natural. And I think that natural look is that weathering and or sense of oldness to it. Oldness, is that a word? The sense of it looking a little bit old. All right, so we haven't mentioned this since part 1 of this video, but we do have a sticker sheet. You can see I haven't used any of the stickers yet until now, so this is the first time we're using a sticker, and it looks like we're going to use sticker number 6, which is like a newspaper headline that's been probably hung up on the wall. Let's see if we can read it. It says, fish tails. I'm seeing if the camera will focus on that. There we go. Fish tails. Local hero catches every fish ever. All right, that is a crazy tale. No pun intended. So that brick is attached right there, and the sticker is facing inward. So that's going to be something that's going to be on the wall inside of this fishing store. So we have 2 more parts for this step. We have this corner plate with a 1x1 plate. That will go right there. All right. Looking good, looking good. So we got 2 more of these 1x4 bricks with the studs on the side. Palisade brick, and then we have 5 of the 1x2 bricks with the studs on the side. So we're gonna see a lot of these because this is what the exterior siding is going to connect to. And that siding is going to consist of a lot of tiles. And once we start putting all those tiles on, you'll kind of see how that siding look begins to play out. One more there. Let's see, next step. 2 more of those. We got 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So once again, we are continuing on with the bricks with the studs on the side. So these dark bluish gray 1x1s kind of sprinkled throughout. Palisade brick here, 1x1, 2x2, and another 2x2 right here. All right, so we have window frame. We have 2 black shutters. 4 plates with rails and 2 more 1x4 plates. So what we're going to do is take this 1x4, put these 2 1x2 plates with the rail on it, just like that. Put a frame on there. We have these 2 shutter pieces. 1 and 2, go like that. Plate. And 2 more of those rail pieces. So we make a pretty basic window detail. This is something that I do all the time in my building mocks. So nothing super new as far as techniques there. Slide that in that hole there. We have a door frame with a door. And a a round stud. We have our next sticker, sticker number 7. It's an interesting sticker. It's a note that's been nailed to the door. Look what it says. Gone fishing. Not fishing, but fishin'. So that's the country slang way of saying fishing. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of move that to the side for a second. We do have a wall panel to build that is kind of a secondary piece, meaning that it's not going to be quite attached to the model just yet. We're going to build it all separate and then attach it afterwards, or not afterwards, but after I'm done building it. Okay, so let's see, let me pull parts for the next step. 1, we have 4 headlight bricks. 1 masonry profile brick and 1 more that's olive green. All right, so we have 2 headlight bricks with a tile, masonry brick, palisade brick, 2 more headlight bricks with a tile, and a masonry brick. This step is very similar, just kind of alternating where all of the parts fall. So you may notice that it looks like I put this one on backwards because these masonry profile bricks, they actually have two sides. One side is the actual running bond pattern, and then the other side is just a horizontal pattern. But this is the way that they show it in the instructions. They show this one with the running bond pattern, and then this one with the horizontal pattern. And then the next step, or the next piece, it showed with the running bond. So it's meant to look like kind of like a patchwork of masonry. Like maybe part of it over time has deteriorated and they've had to repair it, and so on. So it's not meant to look like a perfect brick wall. More so is it's supposed to look very weathered and organic, and that's, like I said, that's one of the things I really like about this set, is the fact that it is purposely trying to look old. So I'm studying this and hoping to use a lot of these techniques, like I said already, in some of my other stuff that I'm going to be building in the future. Alright, we have two more of those plates with clips. And another long plate here. We have a bracket there, another long plate, and another plate with a clip. Actually, two plates with a clip. Another long plate. Now we have these two bars. Those are going to snap onto those clips, just like that. Next is this headlight brick, a 1x1 brick with a stud on it, and it's going to face downward. We have this printed 1x1 tile. It's a common print. We've seen this print in so many sets already, so nothing new there. That's pretty cool. That 1x1 brick with the stud that's facing down actually fits perfectly over that bar. So it's locked in place right now. Alright, so we'll grab the next steps parts. One by and two of the gray. All right. Next we have another plate to top it off. We have a hinge plate. That hinge plate will go like that. A few tiles. Now we have a clip with another one of these printed 1x1 tiles. And this looks like it'll clip on right there. We have a little sink tap piece. It's got the little faucet and a little tap that comes out there. So we're going to bring our shop back over, and you can see we have this area here that's more or less not filled in. But we put that wall panel right there and it closes on perfectly there. That's pretty cool because what happens is this little gauge piece that's exposed kind of acts as the handle to open that up. So that looks really really, really cool. Fits perfectly in there. So I'm going to turn this back around, keep this like that. We have another bracket. Another hinge plate. That, and a tile. Where you at, tile? Okay. So we're going to put that there. Our hinge plate here. And the plate with the rail. And that will simply go there. Now this hinge actually doesn't attach to the lower hinge area, which is kind of interesting. So here we have a cabinet piece. We're going to put 2 of these drawers in there. That will go there. And then we have 2 reddish brown window frames. We'll go there. A few more tiles. So this looks like we're creating a little desk area. So we have a cone, a trans yellow stud, and this dish. So that makes a lamp. We have this newspaper. It's the Lego news. It looks like there's a cat that had to be rescued out of a tree, and the Lego City Fire team came to rescue it. So we'll put that newspaper right there on top of the desk. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 1, 1, and 1. All right, all the parts for the next step are ready. So we'll start over here. We've got 1 brick there, a plate right there, brick, masonry profile, that brick, palisade, and we're just going to make our way all the way around here. We have a chair. We're going to put the chair right on top of that turntable plate. So it's a swivel chair for the office area. Now we have these 2 corner plates. And those will connect to that little rack in there. That's the clips. 2, 4, 5, and 1 more. I need a 1x3. Do I? Oh, there it is right there. Right, so we're going to start putting our tiles on. So the sand green is going to be the main primary color of the siding for the entire fishing store. So we've got it started over there. 2, 1, 2, 3. So it shows the model being turned around like this. And we have more tiles. So we got 2 there, 1 right here. Fill in all of these. Very good. You can see how that's starting to fill out with those tiles. It's really just beginning. It's really not even filling out, to be honest with you. So let's just kind of keep on moving on. We'll start to see this fill out a lot more here in a minute. So it looks like we're going to start here at the bottom where we already have some laid out. And where we have these 1x pieces, it actually shows in the instruction how you can kind of tilt it, kind of make it look a little even more organic. Just kind of cool. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1x and 1, 2, 3. All right, so once again, just continue putting these tiles on. 1, 2, 3. Shows a jumper tile right there. We're going to fill out all of these pieces. Okay. I feel like I'm missing one somewhere, but it looks like I've matched the picture. So we'll just kind of go with it for now. We have 4 fish. We have this one sign, which uses our next sticker, sticker number 2. So this is a sign that points you towards the boat rentals. So it says boat rentals, and that word rentals has a little arrow behind it. So that tells you which way to go. Of course, we're going to stay with the kind of broken down look and make this look like it's crooked and been there for a while. So our fish, what we're going to do is take each fish, attach it to this handle piece, and then slide it inside of that hole that's exposed. I guess this is where the daily catch is hung out to dry. Maybe if you're making some dehydrated fish. I think for those people of Scandinavian roots, that's called lutefisk. If I'm saying it right, I may or may not be saying that right, but it's basically dried fish. So you take some fish, you dry it out, that way it's preserved for a longer period of time, and you can boil it in the future and have some protein. I've actually had that type of fish before. If it's preserved correctly and cooked right, it's actually not too bad. But overall, in my opinion, it's not that great either. It's one of those things that I would say definitely you have to try once in your lifetime. But nothing that you would ever see being served in a restaurant. All right, so we're back to our bricks with the studs. This wall panel's kind of flimsy. We really need to get something else on there to kind of help tie it together. So let's see if this step will do that. Alright, so I have this plate. We're gonna put another plate there. We have a fish. A couple of tan cheese slopes. That goes there. Make sure to turn the fish right side up. That one will go there. Now we're continuing our bricks with studs. Alright, so this is where we'll lock that piece in place. Another corner brick right there. And two more of those bricks. Alright, so here we go with the next steps. It's basically more bricks. Turn the model this way. Grab our next bricks. This actually looks like it'll complete all of the bricks with studs on the side for this particular bag of parts. We're actually getting pretty close to finishing this step. Or I mean this part of the video, because we're almost done with all the parts. Whoops. Knock that off, and we got one more right here. Alright, so next we have 6. Those, 1, 1. So we're going to do tile, 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 tile. 1 by 3, 1 by 2, and a 1 by 4. Okay, looks good. Turn this back around. 3 more and 1. 1, 2. Alright, so this looks like it'll pretty much finish up the siding for these few steps. So you can kind of see how it's starting to really take shape now, especially this side. This looks like the most complete right here, where you have the steps leading up to the door. You have pretty much this wooden siding portion built already with the foundation, and then you got some steps leading up on the deck area. So that's looking pretty complete. All right, so the next 5, 6, 7. So we have some more reddish brown tiles, and these are going to go on the side down here. So we've had these bricks with studs on there since part 1 of this build. You can see all of these pumpkin spice colored bricks that have the studs on the side. I'm just going to attach a tile to each one of them. Last one going right there. And remember, those ones that are on the 1x can kind of be crooked, similar to the way these are up there. Alright, so there we go. We are definitely starting to take shape here. It's looking really cool. Bring this down, you can see it more at an eye level. So you can see the steps going up to this upper deck area. We definitely have this facade mostly done. We have the door going to the inside. And then this panel is more or less your access panel to the inside for you to play with it. So unlike a modular building where you actually pull the rooftop off, this looks like it's going to have a wall panel similar to the Ghostbusters headquarters, where you hinge it open, and that is what gives you access to the inside playability. And you can see as you go around, it's mostly all complete. So there you go. That is part 3 of this build. Appreciate you guys watching. If you loved this video, then give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more videos just like this one, check out the links I have down below. I do Lego build videos pretty much every day. You know, there may be 1 or 2 days out of the year that I'll miss, but I try to upload something new and fresh every single day. So if you loved this, you'll love everything else that I have already on my channel, and you'll love everything else coming up in the future. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. You're my biggest fans. Any and everyone that watches this video is the best. So keep on doing what you're doing, and we'll see you in the next video.